What's going on, everybody? This is Jamie and welcome to the channel Thrift on Fire. As you can see behind me, the snow is melting, but things are just starting to heat up because we're going to do a video every single day here in February. Today's video is going to be an order pulling video. Going to do some order pulling this month. We're going to do some thrifting this month. We're going to talk eBay and online selling this month. But here we go. Day one. Let's get into it. All right. First, we're going to pull an eBay order. Now, this is, I think, a Canadian band, the Glorious Sons. It's a t-shirt. Found this at the Goodwill bins. I thought it was cool. Let's see how deep we got to go here. Oh, it's right here. It says, the Glorious Sons, who killed Rock and Roller? Or Roller? Rock and Roller? I don't know, something like that. I'll throw it up on the screen. It's a good one. Picked this up, like I said, at the Goodwill bins for not that much at all. Probably way less than $1, but this one's going out to London, Ontario. So I did sell this for $18. There are obviously fees and everything else associated with that. Buyer did pay shipping. It wound up costing $8 to ship. I think I charged $9, so I made $1 on shipping. Not too big of a deal, but yeah, this is going right into London, Ontario. Even though I'm dropping these off at Stallion in London, Ontario, it still costs $8 to ship. Alright, I sold a pair of shoes on eBay. Now I picked these up. They're over here. I did originally pick these up for myself. I thought these are cool. I think these are called Nike Darts, where you just slide your foot in. It's a men's size 12, and I usually wear somewhere between a 12 and a 13, and I thought they would fit me. So I didn't really look them up. These particular ones don't go for a ton of money, and I did accept a best offer of, I think, $25 plus shipping on these ones. We're gonna ship it in one of these boxes here. Yeah, let's get this guy all packed up. So I did pick these up at the Goodwill bins. It's going to go United States Postal Service Select for about $13 from Ontario all the way to Washington. All right, another pair of Vans. You guys are going to think that's all I sell, but yeah, sold another pair of Vans. You can see why I pick them up when I find them cheap anyway. There's one of them. They don't even usually make it on the actual shoe rack over here. They usually wind up in these bins. Yeah, but the pair of Vans here, I think these are women's size 8. They're in really nice condition. Somebody's getting a really good deal on them. Once again, I don't remember what they sold for. Not a lot, but I'll toss it up on the screen now. It's a Poshmark sale, I think around 20 bucks. All right, so once again, Poshmark.com. So it's United States Postal Service to New Jersey. Boxed up very nicely, $20 USD. All right, we sold a hat on Poshmark.com. Now this one I probably would have kept, except for it doesn't fit me very well. So it can't be too far down. No, it's right here. I think I paid $2 for this at Salvation Army. It is a Yeti cooler hat. It's a rope hat. It's definitely modern. Doesn't look like anybody really wore it. It's definitely, it just fits small and really sits up high on your head. Definitely just not for me. Doesn't look good to me anyway, but it's a cool hat. It's a Yeti hat. Did sell for whatever money's up on the screen. I feel like it was about 16 bucks American, not sure, but let's get this one packaged. So I figured I might as well share this as well. With hats, I like to ship them in these boxes. It's an 8 by 6.5 by 4.5. It seems to be perfect. Just trying to make sure the bill doesn't get all crushed, and then everything else can fold down nice and tidy on top. All right, so we got it all boxed up, nice and safe. Once again, this is gonna go United States Postal Service across the border with Stallion Express, just like the other ones. Yeah, I just like to put it in the box so that way nothing gets crushed. You can put it in a bag, but I highly wouldn't suggest it because this hat maybe wouldn't be the end of the world, but a hat that's supposed to have more form, you don't want to get it all crushed and out of shape. So I just like to be in the habit of having these boxes on hand, and they work perfect for hats and other small items. All right, so now this one is another Poshmark.com sale. Not exactly sure where I put it, so I'm gonna have to search for a few minutes here. Are you in here? Maybe on the other end. No, it's a lunch bag. Maybe it was right where I was a second ago in this bin. Oh yeah, there it was. Right there on top. Dropping stuff everywhere. And yeah, I haven't got to cleaning up this floor yet, or this room. That's all happening really soon. Yeah, so this is a Vera Bradley lunch pail. Picked this up at the Goodwill bins. Or no, picked this up at a Goodwill on half off day. So it was half off of $3, so I paid about $1.50 for this. My wife found it, a whole bunch. Actually, one day she brought over some Vera Bradley when we were at Goodwill on a 50% off day. We bought it all. I think I've sold pretty much all of it. This sold for $18 American on Poshmark. So like I said before, this is a Poshmark.com. So that's the United States Postal Service. I'll take this to Stallion Express. So it'll cost me 70 cents. to get it across the border. Sorry if it sounds like a broken record. I'm just trying to kind of drive that home because these are American Poshmark sales. So if you're selling in Canada, obviously you wouldn't be doing that. It's just if you're selling on .com, you have to find a cross-border shipper. So I just want to be clear about that. So it is going to go to Pennsylvania. It'll cost me 70 cents to get it across the border through Stallion Express. $18 American is about $24 Canadian. Vera Bradley is a good brand to sell. Never sells for a lot of money, but if you can find it cheap enough, it always sells, especially if you can find good colors like this, like black and white, or very popular colors. Some of the like really weird colors, maybe not so much. And then some of the collabs, like the Disney collabs, those also sell for better money. All right, another eBay sale. And this one I actually had bought for my wife, and she wore for, I don't know, maybe about 6 months or so. It's a sweater, and it's right here. It's definitely a Y2K sweater, famous Stars and Straps, which is, I think, Travis Barker from Blink-182 and his own solo stuff. That's his brand, but this is an old one for sure. Cool. So sold this on Facebook for $38, and like I said, it was my wife's. I think I paid $8 for it at Goodwill, so she got to enjoy it, and then we got to flip it for a little bit of cash. All right, so I wound up shipping this one ICS courier all the way out to Winnipeg for about $10.49. So in this case, it was definitely worth using one of the courier services over Canada Post with Stallion Express. Obviously, if you're wondering why my prices are so cheap, that's why. This is a cross-border shipper. You're also getting big discounts, up to 70% off on like just regular shipping, but you have to have access to one of the Stallion Express drop-offs or express drop-offs in your area. I think there's another option where you can actually ship your stuff. I think it's like UPS or some other, UPS or Purelator or FedEx, something like that, directly to one of the depots. I've never tried that before, but I know some people who have, and it works as well. But you can get some pretty good discounts from them for sure. So all the way to Winnipeg for $10 and change, pretty happy. All right, this next one I thought about keeping for myself. I'm just about to redo this room completely, and I think I'm gonna put a desk in here. I was thinking about hanging this on the wall, but somebody offered me some decent money for this, so I decided to take it. It is a Hot Topic exclusive. It's brand new, sealed. Nightmare Before Christmas skateboard, Oogie Boogie front and center, which I love. Actually have a tattoo of this guy on me. Yeah, but I forget what these were worth. This was at Hot Topic, and they did a buy one get one, plus there was a discount. So I think I paid up for one skateboard, but I got the other one free. So I can't remember, to be honest with you, but essentially I sold the other one for like $150, so I already made money on the other one, and this one sold for $90, so I'm making good money on this one as well. This one's basically free. The other one I sold paid for the skateboards, I know that for sure, and I made some profit on the first one, and this one's pure profit. So 90 bucks for this one, but I do have to find a box for this because I don't think I have anything here currently. So yeah, I will update you on how I do ship that. I'm gonna have to find a box probably at Staples when I'm out today. So we'll do that, and I'll show you in this video at the end what I do with that particular skateboard. And the other thing I noticed, I just got top rated seller back in eBay. I didn't even know I lost it, to be honest. But it doesn't surprise me. I had a little bit of rough go with feedback recently, and I'm gonna do a video here in the near future telling you how you can try to remove feedback on eBay these days. It's changed a little bit, and now there's a whole thing called customer experience that gets in the way of the way that we used to maybe get rid of feedback on your account, but we'll talk about that in a future video. But let's keep pulling orders, and like I said, we will come back to the skateboard at the end. All right, so we do have a couple more eBay orders, but the buyers haven't paid yet, so we're still waiting on that. In the meantime, let's do some Poshmark.com. So this is American Poshmark. Now I sold a blanket, so let's see if we can find it in here. Probably the very bottom would be my luck. I think it is the very bottom one. It's right here. Okay, just hold back. And yeah, so this is a Montreal Canadiens throw blanket. It does have a few little pulls in it. It's not in the best condition ever. I'll throw it up on screen right now, but I think this sold for $20 US. All right, so this one is going to New York State. So it's getting shipped United States Postal Service, and I'm getting the label obviously from Poshmark.com, so the American Poshmark. This will cost me about 70 cents to get it across the border through Stallion Express. Other than that, $20 US is about $26 and change Canadian. I'll throw the conversion rate up now as well. The other thing here is there's obviously fees on Poshmark and eBay and Etsy and all these places. Today we're just doing order pulling. I'm just giving you basically gross numbers of what they sold for, but obviously I have to pay fees and all this stuff that I'm selling as well. The other thing I wanted to mention, I did pick this up at a Goodwill, I think for about $5.49. So I'm not making a lot of money, but still happy to see this one go. All right, this next one's pretty good, and it's also a pickup from the Goodwill bins, and you might have seen me talk about this on the Scott Sell Stuff show. It's the Star Trek Voyager disc set. So like I said, I picked this up at the Goodwill bins. It is by weight. I may have paid $5 for this, I'm not really sure. It has a defect, it's missing a piece of cardboard right there, but all discs are in there, they're in great shape, and it sold for $75. This is gonna go inside Ontario still, so let's see how much it costs to ship. So this one I decided to put in a box, and I could have shipped this a little cheaper with a courier service, but I decided to go Canada Post Parcel just because it has better insurance, and it cost $8, I think $7.49 or something exactly. So I just think that's, for this particular one, it's a better option. The buyer already paid shipping. There's no reason for me to try to save any extra money in shipping on this one. Really happy with this sale. You know, if you do see these, pretty much any box series sets, you should look them up. This one at the Goodwill bins I was very happy to find. All right, we have an Etsy order. This is in clothing 1, which is I think the very bottom bin, so we got to dig it out. Now I bought this for myself and actually used it for a Disney trip. I paid up for it. I think I paid 20 bucks, and I decided not to keep it, and I sold it for $44 on Etsy. So I got to use it for a bit and then sell it for basically close to doubling my money after fees. But on Etsy, I did sell for $44. Like I said, 20 bucks I did pay for this for personal use, and then sold it after. Really cool shirt though. Let's get this one packed up. All right, so got this one all packed up and shipped out. It looks like this one's going back to Florida. I assume it originally came from Florida from a Disney park. Yeah, it cost me $8.85. This is gonna go United States Postal Service Select through Stallion Express. So pretty good sale, happy with this one. Like I said, I got to enjoy it, and now I'm selling it on to somebody else who can enjoy it for hopefully years to come. All right, let's pull some more eBay orders. Had the buyer just pay for these actually. Sold them yesterday, but I was waiting for the buyer to pay. So these are a pair of Converse, and I picked these up at the Goodwill bins. I think I got about 4 pairs that were all very similar. I think I haven't even listed. There's another pair here from there, from the same day. I picked up a black pair, a blue pair. Yeah, but I got these ones cleaned up, listed, and they sold pretty quickly actually. They are in really nice condition. I think they sold for a best offer of, I'm gonna say 34 bucks, something like that. I'll throw it up on the screen now. So these Converse are going to Red Deer, Alberta. I picked ICS ground again. I think through Canada Post it was gonna be like 15, 16 bucks, and then through ICS Courier, through Stallion Express, it was like $11.30. So saving a little bit there. You know, it gets scary sometimes when you know you're shipping. It seems more expensive to ship further away in Canada than it does to the US, but you know, that's just sort of the way it is. All right, I sold a blender. Now this is an Oster, paid $10 for it at Salvation Army last week. I'm gonna try to take it apart here. So the top piece is glass. It's 1.25 liters or 5 cups. It also has the removable thing here. I'll throw the actual listing up on the screen. Accepted a best offer, I think $39 for this. I don't remember the model number. I guess I got it right here. It's 3360. Yeah, so pretty good one. I wouldn't say picking up all blenders. Not all blenders are the same for sure, but Oster's a good brand, or anyone that usually has like the glass tub like this. I would definitely at least look up if you see it in the thrift store or at a yard sale or anywhere you might find one. All right, got this one all packaged up here. I'm actually gonna set it down. It's about 7 pounds, just over 7 pounds. It's going to Alberta, and I wound up using the ICS Courier again. Through Canada Post, it was gonna be way too much money. I think there was one other option, but this was a pretty good option. It's a ground option to Alberta. It cost me, I think, $14.97. I charged the buyer 12 bucks, so I am paying a couple dollars extra. I think with Canada Post, it was $20 or maybe a little more than $20 for this. It is because it's in a big box. I think it was like 13 by 13 by 10. And just over 7 pounds. So it is pretty big and it is going pretty far. So being able to ship that for just under $15, I'm pretty happy with that. So when I was out, I wound up getting these 15 by 11 by 4 boxes. I'm gonna Frankenbox 3 of these together. Now these obviously I had to pay for. I think it was about, they were about $2 a piece, roughly, something like that. So I made it on like $6 or $7. So that's quite a bit for a box, but I wanna make sure it gets there. The buyer did pay shipping, so it'll come out of that. Part of the, I think I charged $20 for shipping. So, you know, let's see how it works out. I'm gonna Frankenbox these together. I'll let you know how much it costs to ship this total, but let me figure it all out and then I'll show you the final deal here when I get it all put together. So it's not pretty. I pretty much took the ends off of the middle box here. So this is one box and this is another box and another box, and it's all gonna combine to be one. So this will give us the length we need, right? And it's still very adjustable. I can slide it in or out any way I need to. But let me get it all packed up and I'll show you what it looks like when I do that. Okay, so I have it all sealed up. It's solid. I'm actually gonna put it in a poly mailer as well, like a big one that I have. You'll see here. Let me do that part. All right, so here's the final product. I have not put it into Stallion yet, so I don't know what it's gonna cost me, but it turned out pretty good. 3 boxes, 2 poly bags. Let's get this thing shipped. Well, it wound up being really good here. So here's the final product. ICS Courier Express. So this is actually really close to me. It's like in the same county, Caledonia, or I think Caledonia is still in Norfolk. Regardless, not that far, like probably an hour from me at the very least, 45 minutes to an hour. So this one, I could have picked Canada Post for about $15 or ICS Courier for, I think, $9.95. Because I was into the boxes, I figured out with the boxes, with tax and stuff, it was closer to $8 or $9, but I'm still under the $20 to ship this, so very happy with this one. If I had to ship a Canada Post for $15, I would have still only been into the shipping out of my own profit a couple of dollars anyway, so either way would have been fine, but it's still nice to have that option to use the ground carrier. All right, thank you guys so much for watching. If you do like videos like this, please give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing for more content, as we're trying to hit 3,000 subscribers this month on YouTube. And I guess we'll see you tomorrow.